Hey everyone, welcome back to OnTarget with Archer. I'm Stacy Bresler, managing partner here at Archer Energy Solutions. And over the past couple of weeks, we've been really talking about cybersecurity frameworks and really getting deep into those and why they exist, how they help organizations make better risk-based decisions. But today, I really want to talk about one of the more often commonly missed opportunities that I see organizations do with frameworks. What I typically see is they treat them like audit checklists. Now, I understand why that happens, obviously being involved in a lot of different audits, but many organizations first encounter a framework because of a regulatory requirement, an external assessment, or some kind of upcoming audit like we just talked to. Naturally, the focus becomes, what do we need to do to pass? But that's a very different question from how do we become more secure? When a framework becomes nothing more than a checklist, something very, very important is going to get lost. The conversation is shifting from understanding risk to collecting evidence. Instead of asking, are we reducing risk? People start asking, what does the auditor want to see? Those aren't the same things. And let me use an analogy. Imagine your doctor gives you this checklist for improving your health. It's got the typical things on it. It's got exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, get enough sleep, monitor your blood pressure. Now imagine if your goal isn't actually to become healthier, it's simply to convince the doctor you completed this checklist. You could probably check every single box, but if the habits never become part of your life, your daily life, your health isn't going to improve. Cybersecurity frameworks work exactly the same way. The framework isn't the objective. It becomes the outcome. The outcome is the objective. Frameworks are designed to help organizations build these repeatable processes, improve those decision-making, those security risk decision-making opportunities, and create resilience over time. That doesn't happen in a few weeks just before an audit. It has to happen, and it does happen every day when you use a framework properly. In critical infrastructure, that is especially important because our environments are constantly changing. We got new systems to be added. We got less legacy equipment that's remaining in service. We got these vendor changes. We got personnel changes, evolving threats. Oh my gosh, that's happening all over the place. So a framework helps you continually evaluate those changes, not just document that they happened. The organizations that get the most value from cybersecurity frameworks, they're not pulling these off the shelf once a year. They use them to guide security conversations, resilience conversations. They use them during planning of significant things like a new substation. They use them when evaluating any relevant project, and they use them when making investment decisions like a merger or an acquisition. And the framework becomes part of how they operate. And there's something I've learned over the years. The organizations that treat frameworks as management tools almost always perform well during audits. The organizations that treat the frameworks only as an audit tool often struggle with the audit and security, and that's likely not a coincidence. It becomes, I say it becomes, but it's because mature programs just are built around continuous improvement, not periodic compliance. So here's something to think about this week. If your next audit were postponed for 2 years, would your cybersecurity program continue improving at the same pace? If the answer is yes, your framework is probably doing exactly what it was designed to. If the answer is no, it may be time to stop thinking of the framework as a checklist and start using it as a management tool. That's it for this episode of OnTarget with Archer. I'm Stacy Bresler. Until next time, remember, a framework isn't there to help you pass an audit. It's there to help you build an organization that's ready for whatever comes next.
Don't miss out on any of our insightful content. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay informed whenever we release new videos. For top-tier security solutions, Archer is your trusted partner. Explore our offerings at archerint.com and get in touch via email or phone to fortify your company's defenses. Your questions drive our content. Leave them in the comments below and join us every Monday for a fresh episode of On Target with Archer.